What is going on, everyone? Crypto Underground is back with an update video on Bitcoin. As you can see, we had a very nice pump right now, and also of course we started a new week, so we're gonna have a look into Bitcoin, and also if we have time a little bit into Bitcoin Hyper, guys, because this new very hyped crypto is currently rising almost 19 millions, and now of course also whales are jumping into this new crypto pre-market coin, and of course also on-chain data here reveals that a lot of people are accumulating this coin before it is coming out. So we're gonna have a look into that, guys. Remember to be subscribed here. Our community is growing every day. As you can see, we are almost at 2,000 subscribers. As soon as we reach 2K, guys, we're gonna do a nice $100 giveaway, and of course also be active here. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, because the more active you are, the more likely it is they're gonna select you as a lucky winner of the next giveaway. And of course also check out all links in the video description to new upcoming cryptos like Bitcoin Hyper, Wall Street Pepe, and so on. I bought into all of them, but Bitcoin Hyper is of course the most hyped one right now. Also, if you want to get some exchanges, if you want to sign up to Bybit, Fimex, and so on, then of course use my links to get the maximum deposit bonuses and sign up bonuses right now if you're using my links. And remember, guys, I'm here to show you and tell you all my own predictions and market analysis here in the crypto market. So everything is no financial advice. I'm just sharing you my own opinions and of course also price analysis. So I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And now, of course, we're going to dive here straight into the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. And as you can see, Bitcoin after this huge drop had a very nice recovery here. This shouldn't come by surprise if you're trading with my indicators, because if you're trading here the 4-hour time frame or 3-hour time frame, you can see that down here we got a buy signal, everything crossed the bullish, and after this little consolidation phase here we started to pump. And the problem now is of course that we are facing some resistance here at the 200 moving average in the 4-hour, which is of course a bad sign, because usually if we're not recovering back above the 200 moving average, very often we see another drop. But even if we see a drop, guys, currently I'm quite bullish, because first of all we are potentially forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and if that plays out, so if the price is coming slightly down and then again up, it's very likely that here we're going to form a bullish pattern, and therefore of course expect Bitcoin to go to much higher levels. Because also if we go over into the daily time frame, you can see that here we are now facing this resistance, the median line of the Keltner channels. So once or if we see daily closes back above this resistance here at $113,000, then it's very likely that we're going to see a run up towards the top side of the Keltner channels, where we often get rejected here at $117,000. And also if we have a look into the indicators, we have currently everywhere buy signals. Only my confirmation indicator, we need some more days in order to confirm these buy signals that we're forming here on the stochastic RSI. On my own indicators here, the Phoenix Force indicator, which is basically the VWAP, the money flow, and the RSI all combined together. Here we're still on the bearish control zone, but of course we have the chance now to reverse the trend and hopefully of course push above the resistance that we have. Once we have daily closes above 113k, next resistance $117,400 at the moment. And since we opened up a new weekly candle, you can see now the weekly indicators. Now we're going to have a look into that, because as you can see we are still above the 20 weekly moving average at 112k. That is a good sign. From here on we should expect a big bounce. Only if we see weekly closes below of it, then of course we can drop down towards the median line, and of course in the worst case come down to the 50 weekly moving average, currently at 100k. This is exactly where we bottomed out with every major correction here. And also you can see that the indicators on the weekly are still shifted to the downside, but we are starting to see some bullish things here going on. For example, here also the momentum to the downside is cooling off. VWAP, everything is starting to cool off a bit. Also here the stochastic RSI is in oversold condition. So it is possible that sooner or later we're going to get a very big bounce and continuation of our bull run. But of course we have to wait and see what happens with this next big pump here, that in my opinion is about to come probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, because the daily time frame is setting up for a move to the upside, but of course it's not completely confirmed yet. We still have to wait a few more days basically. And therefore, of course, I'm buying more now into Bitcoin. I'm buying more into altcoins, also Ethereum. Here, unfortunately, we had a bearish weekly close last week below $4,200. Our previous resistance basically is not anymore our new support, unfortunately. But if we would recover straight away back above $4,200 this week, then of course this opens up the chance that this was a fake out support here to the downside, and we straight away gonna go towards new all-time highs from here on. But if we stay now with the weekly closes below $4,200 for a bit of weeks, maybe here, then of course the next major support is down here at $3,400. And if we lose that, then of course we're gonna go to much lower levels then again. But for now, everything is okay. Everything is looking good. We still have to chance reverse here because although for Ethereum, we have buy signals on the daily time frame, and if this bounce is taking us back above $4,200, and we also see weekly closes above $4,200, or even better above the top set of the candle channels at $4,700, then of course it's likely that the bull run straight away will continue, and we're gonna see a very bullish Q4 of 2025. And that's why of course I'm buying also into new upcoming cryptos that currently are very hyped. One of them is, for example, Bitcoin Hyper, guys, and I'm gonna do a separate video about Bitcoin Hyper again, because this one is gaining more and more attention right now, and we have now also many whales buying into this coin. I guess probably also a lot of people that are owning a lot of Ethereum or stable coins that are waiting on the sideline currently, they are most likely buying into low market cap coins, because there of course you have the big chance for those huge gains, because those low market cap coins, they have of course the chance to perform like many other top-notch altcoins that we have today, like back in the days, because they are low market cap, especially when they have such a big hype. Then of course I'm bullish, and hopefully we're gonna see here a nice launch of Bitcoin Hyper, guys, because then that means that most likely here we're gonna have a successful new crypto that is upcoming, and this is of course what I'm watching out for. Of course, there is always risk involved whenever you're buying into new low market cap coins, guys, but I hope that this project is going to be a good one, because it's going to be a new layer 2 on top of Bitcoin. It should solve all the problems that Bitcoin has. Also in this article, it's written that everything that currently Bitcoin is basically bottlenecking, Bitcoin Hyper will fix it. And this layer 2 on top of Bitcoin sounds very promising. We're going to have an update later on, guys, on this one here, because I think this video is already long enough, and that's why we're going to cover that in another separate video. But you can of course also check out all the videos that I did already about Bitcoin Hyper. They're popping up at the end of this video, or if you're interested, for example, into Pepe Node, a new mining crypto game that is upcoming, also gaining fast momentum here. As you can see, also here the staking rewards is very high, and also here we can buy at a fraction of a cent per token many of those tokens, and also stake it until launch, and of course earn more and more tokens. Here I have more than 200,000 Pepe Node coins as a reward already, and I bought just 160,000 a few days ago. But because the API is still very high, since this is very early access right now, of course you can stake it for a very high reward. Also here you can enter with credit card or cryptos. I like to use my cryptos, of course, like stable coins. I still have some stable coins on the sideline, and therefore, of course, you just have to log in, and then you can buy in, for example, with Ethereum or stable coins, and then you can buy as many as you want. Remember that the coins will be locked here on the website. You can see your coins that you bought here on the dashboard, or if you go to here to the staking tab, you can see here all the coins that you bought, and if you're staking it here, also you can see every day your rewards that you're getting, and we can claim here the coins once they're going live. So basically, once they're launching. Currently, they're still in the early access phase. They are mentioned in different crypto websites as well, like here Bitcoinist, News BTC, Inside Bitcoins, and so on, even on TradingView. So check them out, guys. All links to Pepe Node or also Bitcoin Hyper you can find here in the video description. So that's it for now, guys. Stay tuned, be subscribed. Let's see what Bitcoin is able to do now, because I think that in the next coming days, we're gonna see some bullish price action here very, very soon. And therefore, of course, I'm ready for this trip. And I think that Q4 of 2025 will be huge. So that's why stay tuned, guys. Be subscribed. No financial advice as always, guys. Always do your own research, but I'm very, very bullish for the next coming weeks and months. So stay tuned, guys. Be subscribed, and see you all in the next one. Bye for now.